there's always a lag on here. Good afternoon, everybody. I can see there are some people already sitting here, which is fabulous. The chat box is open, so please do pop your comments and questions into the chat. I'm going to just give it a minute or two just to let the lag catch up, and then it should show me what's what. I'm actually going to just excuse my eyes for a second. I'm actually going to hop over and try and watch you myself live on YouTube, because it makes it much easier to be able to see what's going on. So one second. It's very clever, isn't it? Let's mute the sound on there, otherwise you're going to hear me. There we go, that's probably easier. Rather than me watching behind the scenes, I can actually see what you can see. And I can see the chat. Perfect. Give me a little hello in the comments if you are watching. I can see there's 6 of you here. The whole idea of this session is just so that I can show you some of the fabrics that we've got in stock at BTHQ. You can ask any questions about them. You can ask for my recommendations of what I would recommend for things that you might like to make as well, so we can do it the other way around. And I would be able to have a little look-see. Hi Zenda, it is 7:30 PM in Western Australia. Wow, people from the other side of the world. It always amazes me, YouTube. I've got Elspeth here with me today. You might remember having BTHQ banter. She's sitting on the sofa. She's just made me a nice cup of tea, which is lovely. That will keep me going. Hello Claire, how are you? Right, so let's have a start with the shelf that's behind me. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do. And you'll notice that on this shelf is some of the fabric that I'm actually wearing today. So these are our new in fabrics on this shelf here. And this is one of my personal favourites. It reminds me of Orla Keeley, and I have made, it's upside down, I have made a McCall's 6696 shirt dress in this. I haven't shown it to you yet. It's a sleeveless version and it is really, really lovely. But you can see the flower heads are probably about the size of a 10p piece. In fact, that might be a good idea to get a coin so I can show you. I'll grab one. It's going to very kindly grab one for me. Might be one in the cash tin, Elspeth. Under there. So this is a really, really lovely cotton. It is a quilting cotton, but it is perfectly okay for dressmaking. Obviously, if you want something that's got some structure as well, this will be a really nice one. It's a good quality, sturdy quilting cotton. There we go. A pound coin.
To have 10
Yeah, no, they are about the size of a pound coin. So that's a good little idea. Obviously, it's a directional print, this one, so when you're using it for dressmaking, you need to bear that in mind. But the nice thing is it is 60 wide. The majority of our quilting cottons are, which is really good. So you get a lot more bang for your buck. And this is £12 a metre. We've got the lovely fabric that I am wearing today, which I adore. This is, I can't remember what it's called now. Something about flower ladies, blooming flower ladies or something along those lines. It's rude ladies though, because if you look really closely, you'll see in each of these little flowers, when you're wearing the dress, it just looks like a nice flowery dress. Yay! But if you look closely, you'll see that there's little naked ladies in each of the flowers. Again, it's a directional print, it's 60 wide, it's a really lovely cotton. And it washes up really nicely as well. I've washed this dress, I think, about 4 times now since I've made it. And I do really, really like it. And it's ever so soft. It's really nice to iron. It's not particularly creasy. Tumble dries well. And so, yeah, they are really nice fabrics, all of these, to use for dressmaking. But obviously, you can also use it for any of your craft projects or quilting as well. The other one that's really nice, and Elspeth's particularly fond of this one, but she can't decide what to make in it, so perhaps you can give us some suggestions, is our painted house fabric. Again, it's a lovely design, all these little houses and trees all nestled up together. If you look really closely, all of the little trees have all got little dots of paint to create, it's almost like it's being watercoloured in detail. All the little roofs on the houses, you've all got their tiles, all different individual prints. And it's one of those fabrics that if you look at it from a distance, you can see it's houses, but if you look at it closely, you can see a lot more in it. Which I really love. Again, each house is sort of about the width of a pound coin, so it's quite a smallish print, which is quite useful if you're doing a craft project or a quilting project. It's not going to get lost in your design, so this would be really nice just for using a little Roman blind in the bathroom or something like that. Would be quite lovely in that. In fact, we have one place still available in our Roman blind class this Saturday. So I would think that would be quite nice for your homewares or cushions in your conservatory or in your garden. I personally wouldn't wear this, but I do know people who would. I'm looking at her. We just need to decide what to make. But something simple, I think, if you're going to make a garment with that, something like a shift dress or a skirt. So this is another lovely one that we've just had in. This is our painted cherries. Now the reason it's called that is rather than it just being printed, you can see it's almost like watercolours, and it very much looks like it's been painted on the fabric. Again, it's 60 wide and each of the cherries is, well, I'll put that there, the pound coin is bigger than them, so they're probably about 5p, something like that, or maybe a 20p, maybe a 5p. Or a penny. But you can see the size there of the print. And this one I think is definitely destined to be a garment if I was going to make something from it, but I think as well you could make cushions or anything. Let me just have a little look. The house fabrics would be lovely as a sage brush top hacked into a dress. I'll have to look that one up, Claire. I've not heard of that before. The sage brush top. Okay, thank you. Good suggestions. Now we've got some groups of fabric here. These are poplins, but I never really know the difference between poplin and quilting cotton, if I'm honest. I probably should. It's probably embarrassing that I don't. But they're a really lovely weight, really lovely quality. I'm just going to show you all three of these together. These are lovely. They've got roses and honeysuckle, and they come in three different colourways. You've got the pink, you've got the black, and you've got the navy blue. So I'll just show you them individually. So I think these are really lovely. They're very kind of shabby chic. Certainly the pink one is. Anyway, lovely purple and pink flowers there. Then you've got the black, which I could quite happily wear. This would actually make a really lovely Lyra dress, what I'm wearing here. This is the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra. It would be really nice as a tiered maxi or something like that for the summer. But at the same point, because of the colourway, it goes through, I think, quite nicely into autumn. You could put like boxy sleeves or longer sleeves on, and you could make a really nice autumn dress from that. So that would be a good one. The pink and the blue, I think, are a little bit more summery. I could see you wearing those to a tea party or something. More of a, like, sew over at Betty dress or something like that with the bodice and the big circle skirt. But again, they would be perfectly nice for crafts or cushions and homewares as well. Now these two you might recognise. They are, and I shouldn't probably say this on YouTube, but they're Liberty dupes. If you go into Liberty, you will find pretty much exactly the same print. There's probably like 2 leaves less or 1 berry less or something like that. They've done something to make it not exactly the same, but it pretty much is. And there is more colourways available. I've only got the red berries and the pink berries, but there are 2 or 3 other colours that are available from my supplier, so I might get some more in. I've only got a very small amount of this black one left, black and red berries. People have actually decided that it's really popular Christmas, and I can see that actually it would make a really nice Christmas garment, and I've sold quite a lot of it in comparison to the pinky one, but I have got a new bolt of this on its way into me. It is really pretty. Again, crafts or garments. It's 60 wide, just to give you an idea of size. There's a coin on there. So the berries are quite small, so it would be nice if you were doing a project with little designs. I'm just going to move my camera down a little bit. I might be able to see a bit better. If you wanted those little designs for that. So that's the red berries and the blush berries. Ooh. Pop those back there. Ooh, I'm going to make a mess of my shelves now. These two are also poplins, and I got these because I thought, again, they've got nice kind of autumny vibes. I see so many of these sheared maxi dresses with the big puffy sleeves. And the buffet dresses out there at the moment, they all seem really, really popular, and I thought these would be really good for those, but they're also, again, perfectly okay for crafts if you wanted to make bags, boxes, purses, anything like that. I think we've called this autumn sunflowers, or I don't think I've named it that. I think it's actually named that something sunflowers, although I can't actually see a single sunflower on this design. But that's what it's called. And you can see some of the flowers are quite big and some of them are just the size of the pound coin there. So it is a kind of a mixed sized print. But again, this is a poplin, it's 60 wide, and these I believe are £9.50 a metre, so they're slightly cheaper than the quilting cottons. And I do really like this one. I have a thing about mustard not suiting me, although I've just been bought a mustard hoodie and it's very nice. And it doesn't actually scream hate at me like I thought it would. So maybe I'm getting over my mustard aversion. But I do quite like this one. These flowers are a little bit smaller, they're more spaced out. Again, on the black background, makes them nice. I like the colours, it really pops. I could see this as a really nice kind of sheared buffet kind of dress as well. So do keep your questions coming and your suggestions in the comments, and if there's anything you want to ask me to recommend, then I will happily do so. Now I've got a couple of 45 wide fabrics here. The majority of the fabric that we stock is 60 wide because it's good for crafts or dressmaking, but there's a few 45s. This one is a cheaper poplin. It's one of the ones that I always say it feels like it's got a bit of a coating on it. It's a little bit crunchy, but that's only until you've washed it. Once you've washed it, then it really, really softens up, and it's actually really nice to work with and wear. I got this one because I thought it would actually make quite a cool shirt, or like a bit of a Hawaiian shirt. But if you are buying these fabrics, do pre-wash them first, even if you're going to craft with them and you're not going to make a dress or a garment with them. The reason I say that is because when you heat up this kind of coating that they've put on the fabric, it causes the fabric to shrink even if it's not been washed. So I've often pressed a seam when I've been making a craft project, and I've physically watched the fabric go on the ironing board. But that doesn't happen if you pre-wash it first. So please do pre-wash this fabric, and I have made a note of that on the website as well to tell you to pre-wash this particular fabric. There's not many that my supplier does that are like that, but whenever I see one that I like, I don't actually buy them that often because it annoys me. But when I do see one that I particularly like and I want to buy, then I will always make that warning. So the last two on the new in shelf are just these blenders. Again, these are 45 wide. These are probably more for our crafters and quilters. I You could make a garment from these, there's no reason why not, but I think you're probably more likely to use them for your creative pursuits. They would make great linings if you wanted to put just a bit of a fun, funky lining on a bag and you didn't just want to go for a plain colour. They're really, really nice. Again, they are quilting cotton. They are really good quality quilting cotton as well. You can just tell, can't you? I think this is what people miss buying fabric online, is that ability to be able to stroke and touch and feel the fabric. But you just have to trust me. It's good quality quilting cotton. I can tell by the squidge. So we've got those two in the yellow and the pink. So for those of you who have just come across us and didn't realise we sold fabric, it is a relatively new thing that we've started doing. We started in the very first lockdown when we had absolutely no choice but to close doors, and it basically kept us afloat. It meant that I could keep you all crafting through lockdown and you could continue to work on your projects. A lot of you are sewing club members for my VIP sewing club, so you've been working on things through lockdown, and it meant that I knew that the materials that you were able to procure from us were the right thing for the right project. So, and that's still very much my ethos when I go to the wholesalers and I buy fabric, and I do like to go and visit my wholesaler if I can. Rather than buy online, for exactly that reason, so I can feel and touch stuff and I can see what it looks like and I can visualise it made up into our projects. Is that the fabric that we sell here is ideal for any of the classes that we teach here at the studio or any of our online courses that we deliver. That's not to say we don't stock other stuff. We do have some other bits and bobs that are a bit more random, but I always make sure that the things that I purchase wholesale are things that my clients and customers will find useful. So we're not a full fabric shop in the truest sense of the word. So we don't have a full range of quilting cottons, for instance. We don't stock the big brands like Dashwood Studios and Liberty, etc., etc. But we do have your everyday fabric and sewing needs. So they were all of our new fabrics that have just come in. We've got a few of these left. These are our Rose and Hubble fabrics that we got when we went to the latest trade show at the NEC. There's not very much of these left, and I probably will get some more Rose and Hubble fabric. I do like it. It's a relatively low cost brand. It's just £9 a metre, and they are poplins, but personally I think they just feel lovely. They're really, really, really good quality poplins. And obviously Rose and Hubble is a very well-known brand. So I probably will get some more of these, but not necessarily these same prints. Again, they're slightly more expensive for us to purchase than these ones. So, and they're only 45 wide as well, so you don't get that width that you get with our regular fabrics. So we've got this lovely sunflower. There's probably about, I don't know, 4 metres left on that. I don't know if anyone's doing anything to raise funds for the Ukraine, but I know people were looking for sunflower bits and bobs for Ukraine fundraising. This is one of my absolute favourites. I actually purchased some of this in Utrecht at the fabric markets about 4 or 5 years ago, and made the Annette commuter tote out of it with Charm from Kittenish Behaviour. And I didn't realise at the time it was a Rose and Hubble print. So I didn't realise I could get more of it. So when I saw this at the show and I realised how much I loved it, I got myself a bolt of this, and I've subsequently gone on and made all sorts of things with it. Now, anyone who knows me knows I love a bit of leopard, and this is again a really nice leopard print. I first came across this design when the lovely Sandra, who works for us, made some gorgeous black leather handbags and used this as an accent, and it just was gorgeous. She made a little tiny saddlebag style handbag, and it was so cute. Really lovely. So I purchased that straight away. I've got a few comments coming in here, so I'm just going to have a quick look. Claire says it's raining in Gosport. Ugh. We had a horrible, well, it wasn't horrible, but a really big storm last night. Chopped it down. Big loads of thunder and lightning. It was great. And the sage brush top is a Friday Pattern Company pattern. We'll have to look it up. They would all make a stunning Frida or Olivia blouse from BTHQ. We'll have to look those up as well. So I'm guessing you're talking about these floral ones for that, Claire. Good morning, Flo from Tennessee. What's the weather like there? Lovely. Right, so I'll put these Rose and Hubble ones back. As I say, they are just absolutely lovely. I love Rose and Hubble poplins. If you'd like me to get more of those in stock, then let me know the kinds of prints that you would like to see. Because it's very hard as well when you go fabric shopping for your customers to not just buy everything that you like. Because I like a lot of the shabby chicy styles, I like a lot of the bright, bold designs. Obviously, I love a bit of leopard, but not everybody else does. So it's hard for me. I bought this one because I thought everybody would love it. And actually it's not been as popular as I thought it would be, which is quite interesting. And the same with the houses. So it's just quite interesting to know what sorts of things you'd like to see. Just slurping my tea, sorry. The 45 wide fabrics. Oh, these two. And these. Yes. Oh, that one as well, the flowery one. Yes. Okay, for the Friday. The BTHQ. Perfect. Okay. Right, so they're all our new ins. We also have a lot of very regular quilting cottons. I'm just going to move the camera down. I'm going to see how this looks, but there's a tiny weeny lag, so just bear with so I can see how that looks. Let me just flick. Oh, that's okay. That's not too bad. Let me just move that there. There we go. I couldn't find my webcam today, so unfortunately I haven't been able to set that up. I'm not going to pull all of these out, but I'm just going to be able to show you through. These are all our Little Johnny quilting cottons. They are all 60 wide, which is great. So they're perfect for making garments with or also crafting. We've got some really interesting designs. I'll start up here. These are the ones that we've got that are licensed. These are all fully licensed, so if you are making to sell and you want to sell the items that you make from these fabrics, you can do so. We've got some lovely Harry Potter fabric. I call this Gryffindor fabric. It's got owls and scarves and brooms and the Gryffindor logo on it. So if you've got a Harry Potter fan, then that's a good one for them. Now the other Harry Potter one that we've got is so clever. I call this Harry Potter photos, but it's got all of these sepia and black and white photos on there that are all shots from the films. So you've actually got the film characters. You've got Hermione, you've got Harry, Luna Lovegood, and then all over is dotted these owls and golden snitches and Luna Lovegood specs and all sorts of things. It's one of those fabrics again that you can look at for ages and then you'll continuously see new things in it popping up. So we've got some great Harry Potter prints for any Harry Potter fans if you're making presents for Christmas. We've got two fabulous Mickey Mouse prints. I love this black and red one here. And then we've got what I call Mickey in Love, which is Minnie and Mickey. And it's all romance and love and hearts and smiles and all sorts. So that's a nice one. That could be nice if you've got anyone you know who's getting married, who's a Disney fan, or going to Disney for a wedding if you want to make a present for them. So all of these fabrics are perfect for crafting and any of our bags and boxes and things that we have. Moving on, we've got this lovely one which is really sweet for little girls. It's got unicorns and castles and princesses on it. That's a really lovely one for them. So we'll try and tuck those in there. Oh, there's another Harry Potter one that's snuck in here. I like this one. This is called Watercolour Wizard. And again, it's all kind of watercolour paintings of all sorts of wizarding things that are related to Harry Potter. Now, I don't think this one's a licensed one. I could be wrong. I don't think it's got a license on the selvage. No, so this one's not a licensed one, so just be careful if you're making to sell that you refer to it as Wizards and not Harry Potter. A few comments coming up here. Good morning from California, unbearably hot and almost 5 AM. Oh gosh. Good morning. I see you have some lovely colours and interesting prints. The Harry Potter fabric. I made some shirts for 2 of my grandsons and they love them. That's a great idea. I once made my son a Pikachu shirt. I spent fortunes importing from America some Robert Kaufman Pikachu fabric that was absolutely gorgeous. I made him the shirt, he put it on and he said, "It's a bit itchy, mummy," and then he never wore it again. So I don't make shirts for my family anymore. This is a lovely one. We've got our lemons. We've got loads of this actually. I've got 2 bolts of this. I ordered this in because we had it last year and everybody sold out really quickly. Loads of people made lovely summer dresses in it and they all said, "Get it back in, I want to make more." And then no one's ordered it. So if you want some lovely lemons, it would make a really, really nice summer dress. In fact, it has done. The lovely Jane's made a gorgeous summer dress in that. One of my particular favourites for the boys, it's always really hard to get boy fabric, is this lovely camo, and it's actually got these sections here which are almost like glitter. They're not glitter, it's just printed, but it's printed to make it look like glitter, and that's quite a nice one. Again, would make really nice like toy storage bag or a box for army figures or anything like that. Really nice. Then we've got some stars, we've got some galaxy print, we've got a pinky purple galaxy print, and then some lovely fairies. Again, if you've got birthdays and things coming up, this would make such lovely gifts. I think it would make a really nice reading cushion for the bedroom, or just a little scatter pillow, or even a Roman blind or curtains for a little girl's bedroom. It's really cute. I love this one, and it's a kind of greyy blue background, but it's probably more charcoaly grey, but it has a little bit of a blue hue, so it's not black, which is quite nice. I don't like black as a background for children's prints. Another boy one here. This is a good one for the men in your life as well. If you're making things for Christmas, perhaps you might want to make a bag for their Switch or their controllers or anything else, is our gamer fabric. This is a really cute one too. There's not very much of that one left. In fact, there's not very much of many of these left. They're running the stocks down really low. I want to try and clear out, and I'll tell you more about my double deal sale in a minute, to have a clear out so that we can make way for lots more lovely new prints. We've got my rainbow leopard, which you might have seen. I made another Tilly and the Buttons Lyra dress in this with the big puffy sleeves. That was really popular, really nice print. A Lego print, again, we can't call it Lego because it's not licensed, but building bricks. This is really cute. And then we've got sloths and toucans. There's not very much of this one left. In fact, there's only a couple of metres. I love this. I've seen so many people from my sewing club make really lovely bags from this. The toucans and sloths and butterflies. It goes really nicely with our plain cotton in the salmon colourway. I'll show you that later. So if you were making a bag, it would make a lovely lining. And then the last one I'll show you in detail is this one. Again, we've got another bolt of this in the stockroom. It's so lovely. This is called our Winter in Blue Ink. And if you look really closely, it's got loads of animals. There's baby deers, there's bunnies, there's butterflies, there's foxes, there's badgers, there's all sorts of animals hidden away in this fabric, and it's got that kind of Delft pottery kind of feel and look to it, in that lovely dark blue inky colour. So this would be absolutely beautiful for a dress. One of my ladies has made a really nice dress in this. It would also be great for bags, boxes, bunting, cushions, table runners, basically anything. It would be really, really pretty. So this is lovely, and don't panic, I have got another bolt of this in the stockroom because it was really popular. It actually came out last year as a Christmas fabric, but it's not in the Christmas section because I think you could use it all year round, really. So let's just move you back for a second. I'll let you catch up, see if you've got any comments or questions, and then I'll move on to some of our dressmaking fabrics. Oh, well, there's one more poplin here actually. We've got this one here, which is our nice sewing fabric, which again, really cute if any of you are sewers. That was a really silly thing to say, isn't it? But a really nice one to use for your sewing bags, or if you're making something as a gift for somebody who is a sewer. So that one's there as well. So I'll pop that there. Swig my tea. Right, let's move you this way a little bit and see if you can get in. Yes, you can. You can see this is my dressmaking shelf here. We don't have an awful lot of dressmaking fabrics in stock. And again, only really for the garments that I like to teach here. I'm not an experienced dressmaker, and I'm far from an experienced dressmaking tutor. I very much teach our beginners and our next step intermediates, and I encourage the use of patterns that I know work and fit, along the likes of Tilly and the Buttons and such like. I will happily hold your hand through a pattern for a commercial paper pattern, but I'm not going to make any promises that it's going to fit perfectly, and I'm not necessarily able to teach you how to do the various alterations that are needed. That's where you need to come to one of our specialist classes with one of our external tutors. So when it comes to stocking dressmaking fabrics, I tend to only stock things that I either acquire along the way, and I do acquire quite a few bits and bobs from various sources, or jerseys and stretchy fabrics that I know will work for patterns such as the kilo wrap dress, which I absolutely love, Tilly and the Buttons Cocoa, which I really like, and things like that. So we have got some really nice viscose jerseys. There's 4 of those in stock at the moment. A couple of my ladies have made some really nice t-shirty style dresses with these and absolutely rave about them. They have a really nice weight about them. They really have a good float. So if you are making that kilo wrap dress or something similar, it's going to cling in all the right places and not in all the wrong places, is basically the way to explain this fabric. It has a lovely, lovely weight about it. It's sturdy enough that it's not going to be really horrible and slippery to sew either, but it's thin enough that it's not going to hold solid shape like a cotton jersey would. It doesn't crease particularly badly either, so it is a winner all round. So we've got that in the really nice blue and navy spot. We've also got some of this like jungle print, so big banana leaves and pink floral element to it. This one's really nice as well, kind of orchids on a silvery grey background. And then my personal favourite, some really nice classic leopard print. I've made the kilo jumpsuit in this and I love it. It fits so nicely, really, really lovely. But do make sure that you interface the facings of your kilo wrap dress and your jumpsuit if you are using the new version of the pattern. I have got a what I've been making video coming up soon, and in that I will talk you through what I learned from making it. And yes, stretch interfacing, you need it. This one I love. There's not very much of this left. I found a big chunk of this at home that I must have cut off the bolt to make something for myself that I've not got around to doing yet. And it is so nice. It's really drapey. It's got a good wiggle to it, as you can see, but it's kind of got this waffle texture. It's not too thick. I think it would make a really nice cardigan or jacket, like a jersey cardigan. I think I'm probably going to make the Tilly and the Buttons pearl wrap cardigan with it, but I'm going to have a go at lengthening it just a little bit because it's a bit too short for me. So there's not very much of this left. I think there's probably only about 3 meters. So if you want some, I would grab it quickly. This was from there's a section in my wholesalers where they put all the, we're not going to get any more of this in fabrics, and it was from there, so I won't be able to get any more, is what I'm trying to say. So grab it while you can. I've got a lovely regular viscose. This is, I wasn't talking to you, that's why you didn't understand that. Don't you hate it when your phone listens to you when you didn't ask it to? Oh. This is lovely. It's just a regular viscose. Again, it's super drapey, and it would make a very nice sew over it Eve dress. Anything that you want to have that real nice soft floaty drape. It is directional and it does have a very large selvage, so just be aware that you're going to lose a couple of inches from its width with that selvage, which I find really naughty. But it is really pretty. Again, there's literally about 4 meters of this left, and then that's one that I won't be able to get back in. This is lovely. I've still not made anything with this, and I really should do. It is a crepe, a viscose crepe, but it actually has quite a bit of stretch in it. Not loads, but a bit. So you can see it's quite springy, but it's also sturdy. So I think if you made something that wasn't designed for stretch, it would be okay. But also if it was designed for stretch, it would also be okay. I think, and I can see these as a really, really wide pair of palazzo pants, possibly with like a crop top, not a crop top, but like a short top bodice even. A smart version of the Tilly and the Buttons Sapphire dungarees or something like that, or possibly even the little playsuit that I made the other day. Not sure, but your suggestions of what I can make with this would be appreciated because I really like it. It's been on the shelf for quite a time now, and it's about time that it got turned into something. And sometimes it takes for me to make something in one of my fabrics for you guys to be able to see how nice it can look. So suggestions for that one, please. I love this other one. I've got a really nice top in this that I made. It's really strange, but it's lovely. It's like fluffy and furry with these tiny weeny little tassels, and I made the Tilly and the Buttons Billy sweatshirt in this with the big puffy sleeves, and I do wear it quite a lot. It's actually quite thin, it's not thick, so it's like one of those nice tops if you want to wear it as a top that will give you a little bit of warmth, keep the breeze off you, but you're not going to sweat and be really, really roasty. So I wore it more as a top than a jumper as such. So there isn't very much of this one left either, probably about 5 meters. I've actually made my cleaning lady the exact same top because she tried mine on and loved it, so I made that for her for her birthday. Then we've got a plain black crepe, which is quite useful for lining. And then we move on to our needle cords. Now we've only got one of the 60 wide needle cords left. This is the same print as we have in quilting cotton and also in jersey. And it's a little Johnny one, and it's this lovely Galaxy. Elspeth's made herself a really fabulous pair of Erin dungarees by Tilly and the Buttons, and that's why we actually got these needle cords in, was when the Erin pattern was released, and we wanted to make sure we had the right fabrics in. These are what I would call baby cord, so they're not corduroy, they're a thin needle cord, so they're much better for things like the Erin dungarees where you don't want that thick solid corduroy. They're better for garment making, and you can simply line any garment that you make with these just with regular quilting cotton or regular plain cotton, or you can use a plain needle cord, of which you'll see we've got quite a few. So that one's 60 wide. These ones are all 45 wide. We've got the navy blue with stars on it, and then this beautiful bright pink and limey green one, which is very BTHQ inspired, and then more of a shabby chic, rustic kind of dusty rose, vintage rose, which again, I think these would all make lovely Erin dungarees. This one has been made by one of my ladies already, Helen, as a pair of Erin dungarees. And the other thing that these fabrics are really good for is our little girl's reversible pinafore dress. That's one of our online courses that you can download. And they look really lovely as little pinafore dresses. So I'll turn you down low just for a minute. Just check the camera's picked you up. Yeah, just so I can show you this bottom shelf. I'm not going to get anything out on here, but just so you can see. We do stock black and navy needle cords to go along with these. And then all of these are our plain jerseys. So we've got black, we've got navy, we've got cerise red, baby pink and sunflower yellow. Now, I'm a real stickler when it comes to cotton jersey. I will only buy good quality cotton jersey. If I can stretch it and it goes all white and the pattern distorts, then I won't touch it with a barge pole. So you can guarantee that if I've got jersey in the shop, it's good quality. I love to work with jersey. It's my favourite thing to dressmake with, and as such I want to make sure that I can, you know, hand on heart sell you something that I know is of a good quality. So if we've got a cotton jersey or a viscose jersey in this shop, then it goes without saying that it's going to be a really nice quality. So I'll take you and show you some of our jerseys. I'm going to have to move you to the floor, I think. Before I get down on the floor and don't get myself back up again, we've also got my lovely rainbow colour wall, which I'm very, very proud of. These are all of our poplins. They are obviously available in a whole range of different colours. There are a few colours that are being discontinued, which I'm really sad about, but I can't get any more, namely our salmon, which I've always loved, our mint green, and this particular shade of lilac, which was a more purpley lilac. It's been replaced with this lilac, which is a more bluey lilac. It's still lovely, but it's not quite the same. So there are a few skinny gutted rolls on that shelf that you can see where some of the colours are being discontinued. But we've got Christmas green, we've got the traditional British blue, we've got the red, we've got the burgundy, bright orange, bright yellow. There is a limey green, and I have got more of this, it's just not on the shelf. Limey green or apple green, a lovely jade, turquoisey blue, 3 different shades of purple, cerise and baby pink. So pretty much I'm happy to match. So if you buy a quilting cotton or a cotton from the shop and you don't know what colour you want, you can always add in the comments, or you could order this blue for instance with the fabric and I'd think, oh gosh, that doesn't go. If you're happy for me to switch it out for one that does go, then just make a note in the comments and I can always do that for you. So I'm going to get down on the floor. I probably won't get back up. Or I should say as well, there's grey, and there's also black and white, and we've got cream coming in next week as well. Let's get down here so I can show you the cotton jerseys. I'm not going to try and get me in as well. Let's move you this way, there we go. So these are all of our cotton jerseys. You've probably seen a dress that I've got in this one. I absolutely love this, obviously. Not only is it leopard, but it's also neon. And I've made just a lovely, long, simple, self-drafted summer dress in this. I was going to make a kilo, but I think it's too stiff for a kilo and it would hold the shape too much. It wouldn't be drapey enough. There's a white version of this, again with the neon prints. And then we've got this lovely little pink cheetah spots. This is a really nice one. I think this would make a really nice pair of PJs. Just a really simple long sleeve top and bottoms with black cuffs and black waistbands. I think that would look really lovely. It'd make a really lovely Christmas present or birthday present for somebody. One of my personal favourites that I've used to make my Tilly in the Buttons pearl cardigan, which I'll show you in my next video, is this one. It has actually got a navy background, but it's such a dark navy that it could easily be mistaken for black. And I actually wear my pearl cardigan over a black skater dress and nobody has noticed. So you could certainly get away with that. Again, it's just a lovely, lovely quality. This is from the same supplier that I get my Rose and Hubble from. So it's from a very reputable supplier. And I love it. It comes in two colourways. You've got this navy version, but you've also got, as you can see here, the white version, which is very, very nice to make a beautiful summery dress. Now these ones are more designed for our younger clientele. There's nothing to stop the oldies wearing things as well, but I did get them in with youngsters in mind, mainly for pyjamas. I know a lot of people who take my intro to stretch sewing course, in that you can make a pair of pyjamas for either an adult or a child, and so I got some suitable fabrics for that. I love this watercolour hearts. It's so fun and funky. It would definitely suit any age. You could do a whole family of matching pyjamas in that one, and it would be lots and lots of fun. I'd certainly wear it, and I know my kids would too. Well, not my son, but my daughter would. Don't laugh, Elspeth. This one's so cute. I got this in ages ago and no one wants it, and I can't understand why. I think it's lovely. I even got the yellow and the pink plain in to match it so that it would be nice for PJs. I love this with the little tigers in the jungle. If nobody buys this by Christmas, I think I'm going to have to make my own pyjamas for me, because I think it's absolutely lovely. But yeah, that's there for you if you're interested. Just going to zoom into here and see if any of you have made any comments. No, that's all right then. I'm watching this in two locations so I can see where you comment. This one's lovely. I've actually seen the lovely Chloe Lee Photography, who takes all my photos, has made a really nice cocoa dress in this. She looked lovely. She was wearing that on her Instagram the other day when she was photographing a wedding. This is our gold purple marble. Again, it looks like it's got a gold leaf in it. When you look up close, it's just literally, it's printed. There's no real sparkle in there at all. It's just photographed and printed on to the fabric. But again, a really nice quality jersey. We've got our building bricks slash Lego, but don't call it that, fabric. We've got a couple of bolts of this actually, so with Christmas coming up, and it isn't that far away, you do need to get started if you're going to make PJs for your family for Christmas. I would suggest stocking up on that one, because that's a great one for the boys. And then we've got our Galaxy. So this is the print I showed you. We've got it in the needle cord, we've got it in quilting cotton. It comes up a lot brighter on the jersey than it does on the quilting cotton and on the needle cord. I guess that's just the way the ink works with the fabric. But yes, very, very nice. So while I'm on the floor and I don't have to get up, I'm going to move you over to the next shelf. Now this is our sale shelf. So it's time for me to talk about our double deal sale. I have a huge Billy bookcase in here. From this shelf and the shelf above it is absolutely packed full of our sale fabrics. Now these are fabrics that have been in the sale for a little while. They've already reduced quite drastically from their original sale prices, but what I did yesterday was put a discount code out for a further 30% off the existing sale prices of anything that is in the sale in the shop at the moment. Now the reason that I want to do that is I've just placed an order for some new Christmas stock, and I have my eye on lots of lovely autumn winter things that I want to get in. But there is no space for them on the shelves at the moment, and until this lot goes, there won't be the finances to buy it in either. So it needs to go, so it's being cleared out at 30% off the existing sale prices. So the price that you see on the website is the sale price. When you check out, if you put the code in, which is sale 30, I believe, I'll put it in the comments later on, you will get a further 30% taken off anything that was in that sale category. You can put other things into your basket as well, but the discount will only come off the items that are in the sale category. So there's some bargains to be had. So I'm not going to show you all these in real detail because quite a lot of them have not got a lot left, and I'm hopeful that they will be gone fairly soon anyway. There is some rather fancy, stretchy, black, stripy, sheer, not sure what it is stuff, which is down to £3 a metre, and then you can take your 30% off as well. This would make a good top if you were brave and you like these tops that are quite sheer, that you can see the shape of a bra underneath. I have been brave enough to wear a few like that recently, but it is quite specific. Or if you were doing like a leotard or dance wear or something like that, it's just one of those random ones that I've managed to acquire. We've got some pink viscose spandex. Again, this would make a really nice drapey evening dress with Christmas coming up. There's this lovely lightweight suiting. It's really light. It's kind of got that sagey green and lemon yellow check to it, like a tartan. This would be great if you just wanted to make something really simple, like a floaty tunic or a shift dress, something simple for work. One of my ladies has made a really nice Megan Nielsen pair of trousers in it that were really nice fitted tailored trousers, and that is absolutely lovely and bargainous. Jersey wise, we've got this comic book one. Again, this would be good for PJs for Christmas presents. So comic book, it's got Smash Pow Wham on it. There's some Christmas jersey. This one's a really cute one if you want to make a little Christmas dress. It's got little gingerbread houses on it and Christmas things and like a silvery grey background. One for the boys or girls. Let's be inclusive. We've got dinosaurs. This is a stretch jersey. Again, would make lovely presents. Nice summer dress, rainbow stripe. This one's a jersey. This one I bought to make things for my boyfriend, who's a DJ and grew up in the 90s in the rave scene, and he's got various bits and pieces that I've made him in this, but this is now left over. So we've got our luminous smiley faces. Some baby cord, some needle cord in blue, nice cornflower blue. And then last ones along here, we've got our mermaid jersey. There's not very much of this left, a couple of metres probably, but again that would be quite nice for pyjamas for a youngster or an adult. This is probably about 2 metres, 2.5 metres left of this. This is sweatshirting and it's got these cats on it, actual glitter on the silver. And it's beautifully soft. You can see how lovely and soft that is. Really nice sweatshirting, and it's a fairly lightweight sweatshirting, so it wouldn't be too hot, so it would make a really nice top. And then the same fabric, but this is Christmas, but it's more winter. I've made a Tilly and the Buttons Nora from this. It's got polar bears and deers, and it's dark green, grey and black. And again, it's got that lovely brushed soft lining, so really, really lovely to wear against the skin. Really nice and floaty, but substantial enough that it will do you a nice sweatshirt. Let's try and put those back on the shelf before they do an escape. Now, coming up, coming up here, I'll balance that up there. There we go. And I'll just show you along here. These fabrics are 45 wide. We've got this Little Johnny range, which is really cute. It was one of those ones that I got in and it hasn't quite proved to be as popular as I thought it would be. Little Johnny is actually a little fox. He is a character. And you can see here, he's in space. And then the other one we have is Little Johnny Goes to London, which is very Paddington-esque. And he's in London and he's got his suitcase and he's on the underground and he's in his welly boots and it's all very sweet and twee. Little Johnny on the farm, which is this white one here, and then we also have Little Johnny on safari. You can see he's got all these safari animals. Some of my clients have made baby quilts using all 4 of the fabrics with our plain, which has been quite nice, and they've been quite popular. My daughter's had a skirt out of the farm one, not that she ever wears it. But yeah, they are really nice. They're lovely quality fabrics and they're a very cute design, but obviously quite specific and really quite childish. So if you are wanting to make something for children, then they could be the thing for you. And obviously now they're stupidly reduced to clear. 2 leopard prints, 1 bright pink, 1 more traditional leopard. These 2 are those fabrics that need to be pre-washed before you use them, or they will shrink when you iron them, just to be warned. And let's try and make these all go the other way so that I can show them to you one by one. There we go. Whoop. So I love this one. Again, it's been sitting around for a while, but it is really cute. If anyone's an Alice in Wonderland fan, this one isn't licensed, but you know, that's Alice in Wonderland, isn't it? But I think I called it Down the Rabbit Hole or something along those lines. So you've got the caterpillar and the white rabbit, the Cheshire Cat there, and Alice. It would make a really lovely dress, actually. If anyone likes those kind of retro style funky dresses, be really nice for that. I've got some grey leopard stretch cotton, there we go, that's the word I'm looking for, that would make a really nice pair of sew over ultimate trousers. A little bit of cotton canvas left, not very much. You can see in this kind of spring flowers pattern. Get that out. There we go. This would be nice for garden cushions or a messenger bag, something that needs a little bit of sturdiness. It's a lightweight cotton canvas, so if you want it sturdy you will have to interface it, but it is a little bit more sturdy than a quilting cotton if you were using it for bags. Another licensed, I say this is licensed, yes this is licensed, this is Minnie Mouse and Rainbows. That is a licensed cotton, so you can use that one to sell. Some unicorns on a silver background, Union Jacks left over from the Jubilee, and a little bit of Christmas, more unicorns, Christmas stars, and then this is licensed as well, Disney princesses. Got Snow White, Belle, Cinderella, Rapunzel, all on there, Sleeping Beauty. So if you've got a Disney loving little in. And then lastly there's this viscose t-shirt jersey available in there as well. So they're all our sale fabrics, and then I'm just very quickly going to just show you the pile because I don't need to show them all individually to you, but if you are ready to purchase for Christmas, you can see I've got quite an extensive range, the light's coming in a bit wrong here, of Christmas. These are all poplins, but they're all really nice. I'm particularly fond of any of the fabrics that have got glitter on them or the actual gold metallic print. I think they're really nice. They just give that opulent feel to Christmas prints. So the majority of our Christmas prints have got some form of gold or rainbow on them, and they're all priced at £9 a metre. And I have got some new cottons coming in hopefully on Friday that are Christmas cottons, but they are in non-traditional colourways, which is great because I personally don't particularly like working with the traditional colourways with my fabrics. So they're coming in kind of beautiful purples, magenta. There's a lovely jadey green, tealy blue and gold. There's some mustards, various different prints, and they're really lovely. So they'll hopefully be with me next week. And then as soon as the sale sells out, I will be in a position to be able to sell you more lovely fabrics because I can go shopping again. So messages from Hannah. Hannah, how much is the Lego one? It depends if it's the quilting cotton or the jersey, Hannah. Neither of those are in the sale. I think they're both £12 a metre actually. So yes, but they're not in the sale. Don't forget as well, if you are a member of my sewing club and you are one of my VIP Platinum members, you do get a 10% discount across the board as part of that, with all of my fabrics and classes and everything else. And there is nothing to stop you using your 10% code as well as the 30% code. So if you're ordering from the fabric and you are a Platinum member of my sewing club, then you are going to get yourself an even bigger bargain. Claire says, please hit the like button to help boost Claire's channel. Thank you, Claire. Yes, please hit the like button. If you don't subscribe to my channel, please do. I've got a whole list of videos that I want to record over the next couple of weeks that I can share with you about some of the things that I've made, and also I want to do things like some top tips on how to organise your craft room, how to sort out your sewing room, how to get motivated, that kind of thing. So I've got lots of exciting stuff coming. If you want to see more videos like this, more live streams, then let me know in the comments what sort of thing you want to view, and I will happily have a little think and see if I can share some of those with you. In the meantime, if you're not a member of my sewing club, I know I mention it a lot, I will link it down in the comments below. Do go and have a look. The current term starts on the 1st of October and entry closes on the 28th of September. So if you are looking for something to get you motivated and get you ready making those presents for Christmas, now would be the perfect time to think about joining. I would love to welcome you in and answer any questions you might have. So I'm going to leave now. I will let you comment away and I will jump back on later on today and see if I can answer any of your questions, and I'll keep an eye on the comments coming in. So thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you do place an order with us, we are open Wednesday and Friday and Saturday. So it will either be posted out to you on one of those days or you can come and pick it up. I will see you all soon. Thank you very much for watching. Now I've got to work out how to end this. Here, there we go.